Welcome back, my fellow cadets. This is Tales of Arise, and I am Colonel Ribbit at your service. You know the drill. I'm assuming it's this one. One thing I noticed in the extra content that I bought, there were fishing rods and bait, and I am so unhappy. So let's just put that mildly.
Welcome, fair travelers. Lord Dohalim's retainer told us to expect you. It is an honor for you to stay with us. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
This is better than I expected.
Hmm?
The room. It's nice.
Huh? Oh, yeah. It is pretty nice.
You okay, La? You're a million miles away.
Nah, it's weird. I felt strange ever since we arrived here. Can't seem to shake it. Maybe it's something about this place.
You're just tired. I'm feeling pretty sluggish myself.
You too?
Seriously, you two? A word to the wise, our work here is far from over. Get yourselves together.
Sorry, but I need to call it a day. Let's meet back here tomorrow morning and see where things go from there. Sound good?
Sure, but keep an eye out for anything strange, okay? We still don't know how safe this place really is.
I'm feeling suspicious.
Are you two feeling any better?
Yeah, a good night's sleep seems to have done the trick.
I wonder why we felt so out of it. You think it might have been because of all the food we ate?
You don't think they slipped something into our food, do you? That must be it.
If they were making an attempt on our lives, we'd know it by now. Though, on the other hand, they could be warning us off.
Come to think of it, you didn't eat anything at the meal, Rinwell. Aren't you starving?
Oh, I made myself something later.
You missed out. That was some mighty fancy grub they served yesterday.
What? And give the enemy a chance to poison me too? Are you crazy?
What's the big deal? Shion ate it too, remember? And we both tried the same stuff.
Well, maybe they laced it with poison that's only harmful to Danins,
That's enough, Rinwell.
Aww.
A cat? Where'd it come from?
There's something on its collar. Hold on a sec.
I think it's trying to lead us somewhere.
I'm gonna follow it.
I'm gonna guess
Hey!
this
Where
city's
do you think you're
resistance
going?
group, maybe? Is it gonna have another lame name too? Alright, follow the black cat, but here's the thing, where did the cat go? Oh, I should go to the training grounds at some point. Oh, it's right there. Ugh. Come back, kitty!
There it is!
Stay close. We're gonna lose it.
What's gotten into you, Law?
This might be the lead we've been waiting for.
Seriously?
Yeah, some people train animals to act as messengers. They don't attract attention, see?
And you think that someone might be using that cat? To reach out and send us a message or something?
I could be wrong, but it's possible.
I'm impressed. I would never have thought of that.
I should know. We used to use them in Cyslodia.
She's so adorable.
You say...
So, that black cat, do you think it works for someone?
I'm sure it does. It wouldn't try to lead us around like that if somebody didn't train it to.
I wouldn't know. I've never had one myself. If I did, it'd probably try to eat poor Hoodle.
I wonder who they are, though. I doubt this is Dohalim's work.
Yeah, he has no reason to do this. Although we can't rule out that it might be one of his lackeys either.
You think one of his subordinates is up to something?
That Dohalim guy is a pretty unusual character for a Renan, let alone for a lord. It's hard for me to imagine that they all agree with what he's doing. Maybe one of them plucked up the courage to go rogue.
Well, let's head further in. I'd like to figure out at least one of the mysteries of this place.
Oh, I'm actually gonna get to go this way now.
Where do you think it's trying to lead us?
Who knows? We should hurry. We don't want to lose it.
Whoever came up with this is pretty damn clever.
Yeah, it just looks like an ordinary cute cat.
Ooh.
We lost sight of the cat.
After the chase it's led us on, there's gotta be something up ahead.
Let's go farther in.
I get that underground forests aren't exactly something you see every day, but I really could have done without any Zeugles running around.
You said it. I get the city up top surrounded by castle walls, but now I won't be able to sleep easy knowing they're lurking underneath.
You have nothing to fear. Zeugles work for the Renans. There might be strays out here, but the other Zeugles won't let them get close.
Using Zeugles to keep watch over their own kind, huh? That would explain why we're not seeing any guards.
Yeah, which makes it that much easier for someone to hide around here, too.
Interesting.
Ah! Sorry, Shion. My foot slipped. Are you all right?
I should be asking you. What am I saying? Of course you're okay. It's easy to forget sometimes. If anybody else had been in your place, they'd be howling right about now.
Huh? Oh, right. You mean your thorns. Yeah, I'm, no worse for wear over here. Again, sorry for brushing you like that without warning.
Well, just be careful. Hey, Alphen?
Hmm?
Forget it. It's nothing. I'm sorry to bother you.
Oh, okay.
What's with those two?
Oh, come on. It's so obvious.
It's crazy. I've never seen anything like these plants before. It's like they're an invasive species. Not that I'm surprised. Calaglia's all dry and Cyslodia is...
Watch out!
Ah! The hell? Is that a Zeugle?
Oh my god, that is
It's
huge.
Everyone, be careful!
Hey, it's Ochu.
Ah, why can't these dumb plants just keep to themselves?
Less whining and more fighting, Fang!
Yeah, I got you.
Watch it! The enemy is over there! Not in your dreams!
No escape! It's on!
I'll finish you here and now!
Blah, 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 and again! Sleep well,
I'm not
never
done.
rest. I'll be
Megasonic rock!
And
You're mine!
nice, Law!
Leave it all to love.
Hey, I'm here too, you know!
Can't get close enough to hit the main body!
Let's start by taking out the tentacles!
Dragon Shining Thrust! Dragon Shining!
Take this! Here I
Glimmer
come!
Dragon!
Damn, they beat me to it.
Gotta be quick, or I'll take them all myself.
Oh, like hell you will. Not a chance.
I never miss!
You're finished!
Glimmer Dragon! For this one,
Dragon Shield!
healing circle!
Dazzle! It's over!
Glacial spear!
It's on!
Here is
Dragon Shield! Watch this!
spectacle to behold.
I'm not trying to be dramatic, is it?
Still, it's a part of you. Embrace it.
Air thrust!
Oh, quit staring and concentrate on the fight.
I don't take orders from you.
Falling behind.
Looks like this one's mine!
Like hell it is.
Air thrust!
Be still! Burn!
Glacial spear.
You're mine! You're finished!
In the wind!
Air
blaster!
Dragon shell! It's over!
Hands in
You're
the
mine! You're finished!
Air thrust!
Lunar Rondo!
One more! Dragon shell! Dance in the wind!
You're mine!
Here's a heel
You're
thrust!
finished!
Dragon shell! This one's mine! In the wind! It's over! Air thrust!
Do it!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Everyone okay?
I'm starting to get that it's a trap feeling again, guys.
We'll just pray you're wrong. Hey, there's that cat.
I think it was
Looks
more
like
of a
it's not done leading us yet.
test.
That's quite the technique.
You need me? I'm there.
This had better not all be for nothing.
Somehow I doubt it'll be a wasted trip.
Really? Whatever you say, I guess.
You know, for a guard, you're not too good at tailing people. Not to brag, but this kind of thing is my specialty.
So it really is you. When Law told us, I almost didn't believe it.
I'm just surprised you could do two things at once, Law.
What's that supposed to mean?
Right, you distracted him. Whoa.
It looks like somebody needs to be put in their place.
The one time I wanted to resolve things peacefully. What the hell? I thought you wanted us to leave!
You'll never make me talk.
Not helpful. In fact, you're pretty damn stubborn, you know that?
No escape! Be still!
Now I'm in the groove!
Tear!
I'm not done!
Lightning
You're mine!
I'm all
You're
stuffed up!
finished! Be still! I'm not done! You're on! You're finished! You're mine! It's over! Here!
Swallow dance!
It's time!
Annihilation!
You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
I'll run you through!
They're not playing around! Here's the healing circle!
I'll run you through!
Hey, meteor!
Anything in order back in their defenses!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Here I come!
Lightning
You're
away!
mine!
Corruption!
You're mine!
Get on in
Where
there
are
with
you
the others.
going?
It's over! You're mine! It's over! Take this!
Hear my call!
Mega Sonic Thrust!
Here's evil!
I'm not done!
Tiger Blade! Freeze Lancer!
You may be strong,
Denied!
But I'll never back down!
Sorry.
No, stay away from my friends! Now I can let loose. Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Anything you want.
I've still got some fight left in me.
Eat dirt!
Tempest Whirl!
Eagle Cry!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
It's over!
Gale
Be
Force
still!
Lancer! Lightning Dance!
I'll finish you
Hear it now!
I'm on it!
Healing Circle!
That's the spot.
Hey, now see that you don't get in trouble
Here
again.
goes!
Dragon Shout!
Thunder Hail! Flame of Fury! They're not paying back!
Tiger Blade!
Not in your dreams!
Eat this!
Try harder!
Air Thrust! Cascade! Photon! Raging Cascade!
Here I come!
All good things come to an end. It's go time!
Here's a healing
Now you
arc!
see what I can do!
First aid!
Mega Sonic Thrust!
Raging Cascade!
Charge!
In here! This will come in handy!
Rising Phoenix!
Piercing Strike! Burning Strike! I'll heal you all! Lightning Orb!
Here I come! This one's all mine! I owe you one!
Now I'm in the
Here I
groove!
come! Huh? Not
Raging
today!
Storm! Hope this works!
Tiger Blade!
Lightning! Lightning!
Piercing roar! Far
Lightning!
enough!
Ah!
Will this help?
Thunderblade!
Mega Sonic Thrust! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
What's your deal, huh? Did Dohalim put you up to this? You send us away and then come to finish us off? I don't buy it.
I wonder. We came here following a black cat. What reason could you have for tagging along? Certainly not as a spy.
You think she might have business with whoever called us out here?
And even if she did, I highly doubt she was trying to keep us from harm. Am I wrong? Just who was it that led us out here? Answer me.
Are you serious?
Hold your horses.
Oh, who's this?
I'm the one who summoned you all here.
Aw.
Well, maybe not all. Nice of you to drop by, Kisara. It's been a while.
Oh, hello.
You two know each other?
Hello, brother.
So, you're the big heroes who liberated Calaglia and Cislodia, huh? It's an honor to meet you all.
We didn't do it all on our own. We had a lot of support from others along the way.
So, wait. Kisara's your sister?
Yep, that she is. The only family I have left. She was the dreamer of the two of us, full of hope for the future of this realm, for both Danans and Renans alike.
For siblings, you two don't exactly look like you're on the best of terms.
That's because Miguel here is a traitor. Isn't that right? We were in the Guard together. That is, until he was caught plotting to assassinate His Excellency Lord Dohalim. He took off after that.
Is that true?
You still believe that's what happened?
I don't see why I shouldn't.
Even if the truth slapped you in the face, you'd reject it. Same as back then. Heck, even now I'm still working to serve Lord Dohalim.
More lies. You haven't changed.
Before Lord Dohalim came to power, this country was ruled by an oppressive regime. We lost both of our parents to it. Back in those days, there were countless Danan children who had been orphaned by the Renan's tyranny, just like us. So we formed our own families among ourselves and helped each other out, surviving as best we could. And then Lord Dohalim came along. He abolished the oppression that kept us down, and the Danans were treated like people again. Menancia was reborn under his watch, and orphan children became a thing of the past.
If so, then why did you betray him?
I'm not done talking. I'm sure you know the Renans are trying to harvest astral energy from us Danans.
Yes. Shion here told me that's how they decide their next sovereign.
That's right. There are 5 types of astral energy.
We've been over this,
Earth,
I know.
water, fire, wind, and light. All of them are contained within every living being.
And that's the excuse they use to enslave us.
You ever wondered what happens to living beings and other matter when they lose all their astral energy?
They just die, or so I thought.
If only. See for yourselves.
Oh my god.
What the... Is that metal?
Not metal, but to be honest, your guess is as good as mine. I believe it's... nothing. Matter with no physical form. Just a reminder of what was once there. They call it the hollowing.
The hollowing?
The process itself is invisible to the naked eye, but it makes the impacted area reflective. Once it consumes my whole body, that's it for me. I'm dead.
What? That can't... Miguel... When were you going to...
A sinister plot is unfolding as we speak. One Lord Dohalim is likely none the wiser to. It was blind luck I even found out about it. I tried to warn the man for all the good it did. Take a look at this. It's called the Fruit of Helgen. When a Danan eats this fruit, their body enters a heightened state, one that causes them to emit more astral energy than usual.
Hold on. Could this be the reason Alphen and Law were feeling out of sorts last night after we ate with Dohalim?
Sounds like you've been introduced to these things before. None too surprising either. Most of the realm's food supply contains traces of the fruit.
If that's what we ate, does that mean we'll become hollowed like your hand?
You don't need to worry. You'd have to consume a large amount of the fruit regularly to exhibit any symptoms.
But if that's the case, then why aren't I showing any symptoms? Why would you be inflicted and not me?
If I had to guess, because the guards' meals are free of it. Otherwise, they'd risk Lord Dohalim noticing. I tried to warn him, but all it got me was locked up. They force-fed me the fruit the entire time I was in chains.
Oh no.
It's a miracle I made it out. They eventually left me for dead, thinking I would succumb to my condition. But I survived and managed to escape.
So the assassination plot, just a cover-up?
What?
Eventually, I found others like me. And together we founded the Gold Dust Cats.
Yep, another lame name.
Our mission is to uncover the truth and warn Lord Dohalim. As you can see, though, we haven't gotten very far in that regard. But I'm hoping that's about to change, now you're here.
One problem, he
Which is
asked us
all
to
thanks
leave.
to your faithful feline servant.
It was a shot in the dark, but fortunately you recognized her for what she was, and Zare accomplished her mission with flying colors.
Oh.
So what's our plan of attack, boss?
One of the Lord's routine inspections of the city. It's the only time commoners can talk to him face to face. That's the idea, anyway. His security is bound to be on high alert, but with you lot along, it's the best chance we're going to get to approach him.
All right, we're in. But I have to know, how do you keep going with all you've been through? How have you not given up hope?
Hey, Someone has to fight for the future of the Danans here.
The future?
Lord Dohalim may be a wonderful person, but in the end, he's still a lord like any other. And lords can be replaced. Once the current contest is over, the next lord of Elba Menancia will take over. Then it'll be back to square one for all of us. That's why it's imperative Lord Dohalim sees the light.
You really believe Dohalim is going to stick his neck out for a Danon like you?
Is it so impossible to imagine? Everything begins with a simple leap of faith.
Hmm?
Huh?
Right.
Oh, there's cats everywhere. Oh, it's like Hogwarts Legacy all over again. Oh. I'm assuming that's the way out. Oh, good.
Huh? Uh-huh. Can't sleep?
And you?
I woke up randomly and couldn't fall back asleep. I'll go back to bed once I get tired again.
How's your shoulder?
Huh? My shoulder? Oh, you mean where Dohalim smacked me? It feels a little off, but... it's fine. I'll manage.
Doesn't look like it's gotten much better. I'll give you some more healing. That should do the trick.
Hey, yeah, you're right. That feels much better. Thanks, Xion.
I've been thinking about what happened, and I was out of line. I know it takes more than a couple of bullets to bring down a lord.
Forget about it. It's fine now. We all got out of there safe, and now you've healed me up too. We're going to take down all the lords. That was the promise we made, right?
Yeah, I guess. But there was one other thing I wanted to ask you. Back at the palace, Law said you took that hit because you were worried about me. What was it you were worried about?
That's kinda hard to explain.
Just tell me.
Well, for one, if we lost you, I wouldn't be able to use the blazing sword anymore.
Obviously.
But more important than that, I guess I just couldn't let you die. Honestly, I think that's all there is to it.
There you go saying stuff like that again. You never learn, do you? But...
Anyway, it's necessary so we can fulfill our promise, right?
Right. Glad you remember that much.
You okay? Anyway, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Sleep well. What am I doing?
You've caught the feels, love.
I sent Kisara back to town under the cover of night.
You do realize that she was searching for you all this time, right?
I wonder why. She never could let things go, ever since we were kids. Maybe she was keeping an eye on you all because she thought you might cause trouble. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do we need to be worried about her? She could easily report us.
Even if we could have kept her here, it would have just raised more suspicion. Besides, I want to believe in her.
More leaps of faith, huh?
Once we make our move, I'll send Zare to come fetch you again. Until then, stay close and try not to wander off too far.
Guess we're waiting on word from Miguel for the time being. I know he said it's necessary, but are we sure Miguel's plan is a good idea?
I mean, just because we came expecting a fight doesn't mean we have to have one.
If Miguel is right about Dohalim, we may have no reason to fight. Dohalim may have found a way to build a future where Danans and Renans can live alongside each other in peace.
Yeah, I guess that may be true, but I'm still not sure about this. I just can't bring myself to trust a Renan. I really don't understand what's going through Miguel's head. And as for him and Kisara...
He said they were siblings, right? But things seemed kinda awkward between them. I was an only child, so I never had to deal with that kind of stuff.
Is their situation really that different from ours?
That's... I mean, I guess not, but...
The reality is that we don't know what's true and what isn't about Menancia yet. Until we know that for sure, let's not pass judgment one way or another, okay?
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough, I guess.
So let me ask you something, Rinwell. Hootle and Miguel's cat are both animals native to Dana, right?
Right. And Zoogles definitely aren't.
Well, duh. Those things are too hideous to be from here. Not that owls are any better.
Hmm?
Ah! Ow! Ow! I take it back! I love owls! Owls are the best! I swear!
Poodle's pretty cute, I'll admit. But I've also been rather partial to cats, too. What about you, Shion?
Huh? Who? Me? Well, I guess... I like them both. Nothing. I didn't say anything. Either way, the more I think about it, I've never heard of anyone keeping Zeugles as pets.
Is it because Renans only use them for practical purposes?
Yeah, that could be the reason. They were originally created to serve as beasts of burden, so to speak.
Hey, can you guys quit standing around and get him to leave me alone? I'm begging you!
What do you get for insulting an owl? I'm not a huge fan of Shion's tsundere personality. At least I hope it doesn't go on for too long. I'm pretty sure that's the whole point. You're supposed to soften up at some point, right?
All right. Right.
We've reached our destination.
Well, till next time, Colonel Ribbit signing out.